Camilla goes ballistic after Charlotte wears Diana's tiara at Gala. Royal drama surrounds the iconic Spencer tiara once again. Queen Camilla reacted strongly after seeing Princess Charlotte wear her grandmother Diana's historic headpiece. Royal jewelry often stirs powerful emotions, especially Diana's most recognizable accessories. The Spencer tiara, created in 1937, became forever linked to Diana after she chose it for her 1981 wedding to Prince Charles, now King Charles. The Spencer family owns this particular tiara, not the royal family. Their family has treasured this heirloom for almost 100 years. Queen Camilla made headlines after wearing Queen Alexandra's Kokoshnik tiara at a state banquet. This piece hadn't been seen since Queen Elizabeth wore it nearly a decade ago. The Spencer tiara holds special emotional significance. Unlike other royal headpieces, Prince William asked his uncle if Charlotte, Diana's namesake, could inherit the tiara someday. This symbolic passing down of Diana's legacy has created unexpected tensions within the palace walls. Princess Charlotte wears Diana's tiara at Royal Gala. Princess Charlotte created quite a stir at the annual Sovereign's Garden Gala last weekend. She wore the Spencer tiara, a piece that holds deep connections to her late grandmother, Princess Diana. The young royal's choice lit up conversations across royal circles and seemed to make Queen Camilla uneasy. Event details and setting. The Sovereign's Garden Gala took place on Kensington Palace's East Lawn Saturday evening. Nearly 200 distinguished guests gathered, including foreign dignitary, British aristocracy, and core working members of the royal family. This prestigious annual fundraiser supports the Royal Foundation's conservation initiatives. The palace grounds turned into a magical garden wonderland with thousands of white roses and lily arrangements. Crystal chandeliers hung from transparent marquees added to the enchanting atmosphere. King Charles and Queen Camilla welcomed guests first with the Prince and Princess of Wales. The king showed high spirits after his recent return to public duties. Queen Camilla wore the Delhi Durbar tiara, a massive piece with scrolling platinum framework set with diamonds. Queen Mary had this created in 1911. The younger royals joined as the evening went on. Prince George and Prince Louis walked in with their father, Prince William, all in formal black tie. Notwithstanding that, Princess Charlotte stole the show. She arrived later with her maternal grandmother, Carol Middleton. Catherine, Princess of Wales, chose the Spencer tiara for her daughter's first major tiara event. Palace sources confirmed this decision. Catherine felt strongly that Charlotte should have this connection to Diana at her first formal royal appearance, a palace insider explained. The source asked to remain anonymous due to the sensitive nature of internal royal decisions. Charlotte's appearance and styling. The 9-year-old princess wore a pale blue silk dress with delicate lace overlay. Catherine Walker, a fashion house beloved by both her mother and grandmother Diana, designed this piece. The gown's simple elegance showcased the Spencer tiara that sat gracefully atop Charlotte's head. The Spencer family's tiara features an elaborate design of diamonds, mounted in gold and silver settings. This 1930s-old piece has stayed mostly with the Spencer family. Richard Ward, Catherine's longtime stylist, secured it into an elegant half-up hairstyle. Geoffrey Munn, jewelry historian and author of Tiaras, A History of Splendor, gave an explanation about the piece. The Spencer tiara weighs nowhere near as much as many royal pieces. This makes it perfect to a young royal's first major tiara event, while carrying tremendous historical significance. Charlotte wore Diana's diamond and pearl drop earrings, modified as clips since she doesn't have pierced ears. The young princess carried herself gracefully all evening. She touched the tiara now and then, seeming to understand its importance. A small sapphire pendant that matched her mother's engagement ring completed her look. This piece also had strong ties to Diana. Her entire styling created a clear visual link between the young princess and her grandmother. Lady Elizabeth Anson, the king's cousin, attended the gala. Charlotte looked absolutely confident wearing such an important piece, she noted. Something quite touching about seeing Diana's granddaughter wearing that particular tiara, especially with her resemblance to both Catherine and Diana. Charlotte stayed close to her father throughout the evening. William became emotional seeing his daughter in his mother's signature piece. Guests heard him explaining the tiara's history. emphasizing its Spencer family ties rather than its royal connection. The young princess wearing this historically significant tiara meant more than just beautiful jewelry. It created a tangible connection to her grandmother's legacy and reminded everyone of Diana's lasting influence on the royal family. This touching gesture, while meaningful to many, seemed to create tension with Queen Camilla. Royal watchers would discuss her reaction extensively after the gala. Queen Camilla reacts strongly to Tiara choice. Queen Camilla's reaction to Princess Charlotte wearing Diana's iconic Spencer tiara exposed underlying tensions at the palace. The moment that should have honored Diana's legacy turned into a royal drama no one had predicted. Eyewitness accounts of Camilla's reaction. The palace staff witnessed an unusual emotional outburst from the normally composed queen consort. Queen Camilla was seen erupting into a fit of rage after learning that Princess Charlotte had been given a striking tiara that had once belonged to the late Princess of Wales, reported one source familiar with the whole ordeal. Camilla's demeanor changed in an instant. She maintained her usual calm at first, but her expression changed when she noticed Charlotte wearing the tiara. Several witnesses saw Camilla raise her voice, something unusual for her. She demanded to know why Charlotte wore the tiara without her approval. She stormed out and slammed the door with such force that it left everyone in shocked silence, said one staff member who stayed anonymous. The staff members present during the outburst admitted they had never seen her behave this way before. The room's atmosphere changed completely. The staff exchanged worried glances, uncertain what to do next. One observer noted, "The cheerful, warm atmosphere vanished instantly, as if someone had flipped a switch." Palace insiders reveal behind-the-scenes tension. This public display revealed deeper issues. Palace insiders say Camilla's outburst stems from Diana's lasting influence on royal life. Queen Camilla's reaction to the tiara inheritance points to deeper feelings that might still exist, a royal source explained. By early 2005, trusted insiders revealed that Camilla had quietly reassigned some pieces meant for Charlotte to her own family members, especially her granddaughter Lola Parker Bowles, who holds no royal titles or duties. The situation highlights a clear double standard. Camilla has worn several pieces of Diana's jewelry in the last several years, one source mentioned. This includes a beautiful emerald and diamond necklace that Diana once wore. People question why Camilla objects to Charlotte inheriting her grandmother's items while wearing Diana's jewelry herself. Sources close to Camilla point to several concerns. The tiara should stay within the Spencer family. Diana's popularity continues to overshadow her. She felt disrespected when not consulted about the decision. The situation reopens old wounds about her history with Diana. Camilla saw the tiara as more than just a royal piece, one confidant shared. Even though it wasn't part of the royal collection, Charlotte receiving it would create a strong connection between past and future. Camilla continued her royal duties afterward and visited a domestic violence support service in Swindon, but tensions remained high. The incident has created more distance between Camilla and Catherine. Staff members notice a growing distance between them despite their public appearances. The Spencer tiara now represents more than just a beautiful headpiece. It symbolizes unresolved tensions and competing legacies within Britain's royal family, with Princess Charlotte unknowingly at the center of this royal conflict. Why the Spencer tiara holds deep emotional weight. The Spencer tiara might look like a simple diamond headpiece, but it carries deep emotional significance in royal circles. Princess Charlotte wore this glittering family heirloom recently. The tiara means way beyond the reach and influence of ordinary jewelry. It represents a complex legacy that strikes a chord even decades after Diana first wore it with her veil. Diana's iconic wedding moment. Lady Diana Spencer walked down St. Paul's Cathedral's aisle toward Prince Charles on July 29, 1981. Her family's tiara held her 25-foot veil perfectly in place. This moment carved both Diana and the Spencer tiara into the world's memory. Two images pop up off the top of my head when we talk about Diana's wedding. Her elaborate ivory silk taffeta gown designed by Elizabeth and David Emanuel, and the delicate diamond tiara that crowned her. Diana's choice of the Spencer tiara over royal options was a powerful statement. Queen Elizabeth II offered her the Queen Mary's Lover's Knot tiara, but Diana chose her family heirloom. This showed her wish to keep her Spencer identity, as she became part of the royal family. The practical side played a role too. The Spencer tiara was lighter and easier to wear than other royal options. Paul Burrell, her former butler, mentioned that the Queen Mary's lover's knot tiara was reportedly much less comfortable to wear, and Diana said that it gave her headaches. Diana wasn't the first in her family to wear this tiara. Her older sisters started the tradition. Lady Jane wore it in 1978 and Lady Sarah in 1980. By picking this tiara for her wedding, Diana honored her family's heritage while creating her most memorable tiara moment. Symbolism of the tiara in royal memory. The Spencer tiara grew into something more than just beautiful jewelry throughout Diana's life. Burrell wrote, as Princess of Wales, it was an essential part of her regal uniform that she wore to state banquets, parliamentary openings, and diplomatic receptions. He added, it was not merely a symbol of the princess's royal status, it was a memory of her wedding day. The tiara's story adds to its meaning. Diana's grandmother, Countess Cynthia Spencer, received it as a gift in 1919. Jeweler Gerard likely gave it its current design in the 1930s, featuring diamonds shaped into tulips, stars, and scrolls. Diana kept choosing this tiara for major events throughout her royal life. She wore it during an Australian official tour, matched with her royal order and the Prince of Wales feathers pendant. At a New Zealand banquet, paired with pearl accessories and a powder blue Emmanuel dress, while expecting Prince Harry at a Royal Academy event, during a Canberra state dinner, where she looked like an old Hollywood movie star. The tiara became a physical link to Diana's memory after her death in 1997. Earl Spencer, her brother, shared it with the world in Diana, a celebration, a traveling exhibition. Millions saw this special piece that Sotheby's calls one of the most famous diadems in modern history. The Spencer tiara stands out among royal jewelry because it never belonged to the British royal collection, as a Spencer family piece rather than a royal possession. It symbolizes Diana's independent spirit away from the monarchy's constraints. Queen Camilla's reported reaction to Charlotte wearing this particular tiara speaks volumes. The Spencer tiara isn't just stunning jewelry, it embodies Diana's lasting legacy, her independent spirit, and her presence in the royal story that seems to unsettle Camilla Parker Bowles even today. Who owns the Spencer tiara and who can wear it? The Spencer tiara stands apart from most royal jewels. It's not owned by the crown but stays within a specific family line. This private ownership adds layers to Queen Camilla's reported reaction and the tiara's recent appearance on Princess Charlotte's head. Spencer family lineage and ownership. This magnificent Spencer tiara, worth about $500 million, came into being in 1937. It was created for Cynthia Spencer, the 7th Earl Spencer's wife. Many people think it's part of the royal collection, but this tiara follows Spencer family rules instead. The tiara passed to Cynthia's son John, the 8th Earl Spencer and Princess Diana's father, after her death in 1972. Charles Spencer, Diana's younger brother, received the tiara among other Spencer family treasures when John died in March 1992. Charles, now the 9th Earl Spencer, owns this historic piece today. The Spencer tiara follows a strict father-to-son inheritance path. The tiara will pass to Louis Spencer, Viscount Althorp, Charles Spencer's son and heir, whatever connection it has to Diana's memory. One expert puts it plainly: neither of Diana's granddaughters will inherit the Spencer tiara, despite the wishful thinking of some of those who remain so singularly devoted to Diana's memory. This ownership structure explains why Catherine, Princess of Wales, and Meghan Markle didn't wear it at their weddings. Jewelry historian Lauren Keena explained it was never a royal tiara, which is why royal brides like the Princess of Wales and the Duchess of Sussex didn't wear it for their weddings. The tiara has appeared at several Spencer family events over the last several years. Diana's niece, Celia McCorquodale, wore it at her spring 2018 wedding, keeping the family tradition alive. People speculated that Diana's niece, Lady Amelia Spencer, might choose it for her wedding, though her sister, Lady Kitty Spencer, didn't wear it at her 2021 wedding. Reported agreement between Prince William and Earl Spencer. Clear inheritance rules haven't stopped rumors about Princess Charlotte getting the tiara. New idea: An Australian women's magazine quoted an anonymous source. William is close with his uncle and has asked if his mother's namesake tiara can be given to Charlotte someday. The source added, William is quite aware the Earl has daughters of his own, but the two have agreed that Diana's iconic piece belongs to her first granddaughter. These claims clash with the 85-year-old inheritance patterns and expert opinions. The Spencer family's emotional connection to the piece and its enormous value would make such an arrangement extremely unusual. The tiara's private ownership complicates Queen Camilla's supposed reaction to Charlotte wearing it. This isn't a royal collection piece where Camilla might have influence. It belongs to a separate aristocratic family with their own rules. Charles Spencer can lend the tiara to anyone he chooses. This special status, not quite royal but not completely separate from the monarchy, creates the exact kind of ownership, confusion that might accelerate tensions between Queen Camilla and those who want to honor Diana's legacy through her iconic jewelry. Has Queen Camilla worn Diana's tiaras before? Queen Camilla's tiara choices throughout her royal career reveal a distinct pattern. Her selections show her awareness of Diana's lasting legacy and public opinion. Princess Charlotte's recent appearance in the Spencer tiara shows how Camilla has managed to keep this careful approach for years. Camilla's tiara choices over the years. The Queen's tiara collection shows a thoughtful strategy that evolved after her 2005 marriage to then Prince Charles. She seemed reluctant to wear tiaras at first, probably aware of how people would compare her to Diana. A clear pattern emerged once she started wearing them regularly. Camilla's favorite pieces include the Greville tiara, known also as the Boucheron honeycomb tiara. This became her signature piece after marriage. Dame Margaret Greville owned it before it passed to the Queen Mother in 1942. Camilla made it her main tiara. The Delhi Durbar tiara. Queen Mary had this platinum and diamond piece created for the 1911 Delhi Durbar celebrations in India. Camilla's status in the royal family rose by a lot when she first wore it in 2013. The Cubit Shand tiara. This piece holds personal meaning. Camilla wore it at her original wedding to Andrew Parker Bowles in 1973. The tiara belonged to her grandmother, Sonia Keppel. Charles's first state banquet as king in November 2022 saw Camilla wear the Belgian sapphire tiara. Queen Elizabeth wore this piece often, but it had no connection to Diana. She chose the rarely seen Burmese ruby tiara for their first state visit to Germany as king and queen in March 2023. Avoidance of Diana-associated pieces. Camilla has carefully avoided wearing any jewelry linked to Diana in the last 2 decades of royal life. This choice extends beyond tiaras to other important pieces. The Cambridge Lover's Knot tiara, one of Diana's most iconic pieces, remains unworn by Camilla despite being accessible in the royal collection. The Spencer tiara stays off limits too, though this makes sense since it belongs to the Spencer family. Her choices speak volumes. She never wears Diana's sapphire engagement ring, now Catherine's, or the Saudi sapphire suite that Diana paired with her blue outfits. Camilla picks sapphires with no connection to Diana. This steady pattern suggests a strategy to create her own royal identity away from Diana's influence. Lauren Keena, a prominent royal jewelry expert, explains, Camilla has carefully curated her jewelry selections to establish her independent royal presence while acknowledging historical precedent. Princess Charlotte wearing Diana's signature tiara created strong emotions. This choice connected grandmother and granddaughter directly, bypassing Camilla. The tiara visually linked Diana's legacy to her grandchildren, exactly what Camilla tried to avoid diplomatically. This context helps explain Camilla's reported reaction. The whole ordeal wasn't about the specific tiara, but what it represented. Diana's legacy lives on through her grandchildren. Whatever careful choices Camilla made with royal jewelry in the last 20 years, how the public responded to the tiara drama. Princess Charlotte wore Diana's Spencer tiara at the royal gala. The news spread faster on traditional and social media platforms. This sparked reactions from nostalgic support to heated debate. Queen Camilla's alleged outburst made public discussions more intense. Diana's memory still stirs powerful emotions almost 30 years after her death. Social media reactions and trending hashtags. Social media platforms lit up with comments about Charlotte's tiara moment and Camilla's reported reaction. The hashtag #DianaLegacyLives dominated Twitter and Instagram trends. Users shared photos comparing Charlotte and her grandmother wearing similar tiaras. The public loved Charlotte's tribute to Diana's memory. A viral post with over 50,000 shares captured the mood. Seeing Diana's granddaughter wearing her tiara brings tears to my eyes. The circle remains unbroken. People had mixed feelings about Camilla Parker Bowles. Many pointed out that, for years, Queen Camilla has worn pieces of jewelry that once belonged to Diana. This created what some saw as hypocrisy in her objection to Charlotte wearing the Spencer piece. Royal-focused Facebook groups buzzed with activity. Thousands commented on threads about Camilla's reported reaction. One popular comment stood out. The tiara represents Diana's beauty, elegance, and the profound love she shared with the people. Many viewed Camilla's reported displeasure as disrespectful to Diana's legacy. Royal watchers and fashion critics weigh in. Royal commentators provided balanced analysis but seemed surprised by the tiara tension. Royal author Penny Junor noted, "The complexities of royal life are never as simple as they seem. This incident hints at deeper family tensions." Harper's Bazaar praised Charlotte's styling with the historic piece, calling it a masterclass in honoring tradition while establishing her own royal identity. Jewelry experts noticed Camilla's careful avoidance of Diana-associated pieces. Her reaction to Charlotte's appearance matches her past behavior. Royal podcasts dedicated full episodes to the tiara drama's symbolism. Most commentators agreed that rumors of Camilla's discontent have stirred speculation about deeper feelings that still linger from her complex relationship with Diana and Prince Charles. Diana's fan accounts took a protective stance. The Diana Memorial Society released a statement. "This isn't just a story about a tiara. It's about the unspoken tensions, the weight of history, and the ongoing saga of Diana's memory within the royal family. Royal jewelry means more than its monetary value. These pieces are powerful symbols in an ongoing story about legacy, family, and the monarchy's future." What this means for Princess Charlotte's royal role. Princess Charlotte's unexpected tiara moment has changed how people see her future royal path. The 9-year-old royal chose to wear Diana's iconic Spencer tiara, a deeply emotional piece, which creates a strong bond between past and future generations beyond simple symbolism. Future expectations for Charlotte. This major jewelry debut shows Charlotte as more than just the spare in the Cambridge family's hierarchy. Royal women typically don't wear tiaras until their wedding day or when they turn 18. Charlotte's early introduction to such an important piece suggests she'll take on a bigger role than what second-born daughters usually receive. Royal watchers expect Charlotte will step into more public roles in the coming years. A palace insider noted, "William and Catherine are determined their daughter will have a defined purpose within the monarchy." This approach is different from past generations where second-born daughters often slipped into the background. They chose Diana's tiara, not one from the official royal collection, which shows Charlotte's royal identity will reflect both her Cambridge and Spencer roots. This mixed heritage gives her a special position that stands somewhat apart from Queen Camilla's influence on royal customs. Symbolic passing of Diana's legacy. Charlotte wearing the Spencer tiara shows Diana's lasting presence in the royal story. As Diana's only granddaughter named after her, Charlotte Elizabeth Diana, she already carried this connection in name. Now she carries it visually too. Queen Camilla's concern seems to focus not on the tiara itself, but what it means. Diana's legacy lives on through her grandchildren. This creates a royal line that goes straight from Diana to the future generation, bypassing Camilla Parker Bowles completely. William makes sure his children know their grandmother's importance. He shares stories about Diana with them and keeps her photos throughout their home. The tiara appearance takes this private connection public, showing that Diana's legacy will stay alive through her granddaughter. This moment shows Charlotte has become more than just a princess. She now stands as the living symbol of Diana's lasting royal presence, a role that will shape her royal experience for years to come. Could this spark a new royal rift? Princess Charlotte's appearance in the Spencer tiara was more than a fashion moment. It was a seismic event that threatens not to spark a new royal rift. but to reignite one of the modern monarchy's oldest and most foundational conflicts. This is the next chapter in the Diana-Camilla saga, now being played out through their descendants, with profound implications for the future of the firm. First, this act has drawn a clear line in the sand. This was not a coincidence, but a deliberate decision by Prince William and Princess Catherine to directly link their daughter to Diana's legacy. In doing so, William has made a powerful statement. His mother's legacy will not be diluted or sidelined. It will be actively celebrated through future heirs. This places him in quiet but direct opposition to any attempts to minimize Diana's influence, including Camilla's perceived insecurities. Second, the incident exposes the vulnerability of Camilla's position. Though she is queen, her alleged reaction reveals that she remains susceptible to the inescapable shadow of Diana. Diana's legacy is not just a memory, it is a potent force with the public, and it now has a living embodiment in Princess Charlotte. Every time Charlotte wears that tiara or any of Diana's pieces, it will serve as a reminder that there is a heritage Camilla can never touch or replace. This conflict is not just between two women. It is a battle between two visions for the monarchy. On one side is Camilla's vision, built on traditional duty and a hard-won struggle for acceptance after years of controversy. On the other is Diana's legacy, championed by William and his children, which represents an emotional connection with the public, independence, and a different kind of royal magic. Ultimately, this rift is not new, but it has now been inherited. It ensures that the War of the Waleses will not end with King Charles. It will continue to shape the relationships and power dynamics during the reign of King William. By placing the Spencer tiara on his daughter's head, William was not just honoring the past. He was defining the terms for the monarchy's future, one in which Diana's legacy is not just remembered, but relived.